Visionaries, welcome back for another creator chat. It is hump day, guys. How's life treating you? Thank you so much for being on the planet. I'm designing t-shirts. I'm working out this week. I'm doing all kinds of interesting things, trying to keep myself occupied in these days and times. Welcome in. As you come in, please do hit that thumbs up as always and show some love to the planet and your fellow creators. Welcome in and enjoy. As I'm streaming today, I'm going to be designing shirts as well. So if I seem a little distracted at the moment at times in here, know that I'm like working away on my brain, on my creativity while the juices is flowing. In the meantime, do come in, enjoy yourself. Thank you for being on the planet. Enjoy the tunes, enjoy the company of your fellow creators on the planet. And I'm going to be designing shirts. So this screen that you see here is some of my merch that I have on Amazon, some of my t-shirts, hoodies, all that fun stuff. So I'm going to be designing in the background too while I'm here with you guys. So definitely come on in, say hi, what's going on? What's going on in y'all world? Tell me what's up with y'all. I know I've kind of been scarce doing things outside of YT, so I wanted to make sure that I got on here sometime this week to say hi to y'all. So thank y'all for being on the planet and hanging with me. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for giving a thumbs up as you come in. What's going on, y'all? It's been a week now. I don't know if I was on this weekend or not. How are you guys doing? Nikki is in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm in a little screen right now because I'm designing shirts behind the scenes here, guys. So I didn't want it to close up on my face and I'm not engaging with the camera. So I got me in the little screen. Welcome in, D-Fam, Cuzzo. What's going on? How are you? How is everything? Welcome on the planet. Thank you guys so much for being here as you come in, hitting that thumbs up. And as I was mentioning, I'm gonna be designing t-shirts. It's like Wednesday already, and I was like, I think the last day I streamed was Saturday, and so I'm like, time is super flying and I need to get back on this thing. So I hope y'all don't mind me multitasking as I'm on here with you guys, chilling with y'all. I'm so glad that everything is going well, Nikki. Oh, no problem. I know it's a hectic time in general, so just making sure you okay. All is good. So whenever you have time. Okay, thanks, Nikki. We'll see you soon. Yeah, whatever I can do or you want to talk on the phone or otherwise, because I know you're super busy. So all good over here. So excellent. Hey, thank you so much, guys, for being on the planet. As you come in, do hit that thumbs up. Again, I will be designing t-shirts in the background here, so if I'm a little distracted, please forgive me. Okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, if you need to chat, please do dial me. If not, I totally understand because there's lots and lots going on. I'm trying not to stir crazy in the house, but I'm a homebody anyway. So this is kind of right up my alley. But 24/7 trying to find things to do when you're not sleeping is kind of challenging. So I've been designing shirts, exercising in the house, doing all kinds of stuff in addition to watching lots of TV, but not the panicky stuff on TV, other things to keep my mind occupied. So this is a welcome distraction, absolutely. Yeah, if you need any pointers or anything like the software that I use and stuff, I might show that to you guys today as I'm designing some shirts. But most of the time, it's just me brainstorming and like getting things down on paper and then starting to create that from there. So, Mr. Mail Advice DIY is in the house. Guys, if y'all not connected with Mr. Mail Advice DIY, y'all missing out on some great DIY projects. He's super creative. Thank you so much for being on the planet. How are you doing today? Yeah, that makes sense that you guys would have to halt your project. So yeah, definitely let me know as you're getting into it or just thinking about what kind of software you might use for it. The software that I use does cost a little bit per month, like $9, $9.99 or something per month, but there was some free resources that I was using before that might take a little bit of practice to use them, but I could just give you a list of that and you figure out what works for you. But then some people feel that they don't like how to design expertise to do the shirts and things. So they like hire people and pay like $5 a design or whatever, and then start putting the shirts up, and then the shirts sell for like $5, or you get royalties, $5 or more from there, and then it kind of goes on from there. Thank you guys so much. As you come in, do hit that thumbs up. Thank you so much. Hello to you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, that's crazy because sometimes the notifications do come through and sometimes they don't. I saw you in TR stream, and so I knew that you were around or whatever. But yeah, I definitely gotta text you when I'm going on live because I know YT is bad at the notification sometimes, but I do get the email from my end as I'm seeing it. But that's because I'm probably subscribed to myself on my my Absolute Venus account or whatever it is. Peanut, what's going on? Hopefully you don't give me a thumbs down like you usually do now. I think you got your moderator duties back or not. I don't know. But how are you doing this year? Welcome in. Okay, Photoshop, awesome. So you can design in that. That'll be awesome. And then you can export the designs. And if you need, you could probably set it up the right way because Merch by Amazon has certain specifications based on what you use. And they even have a Photoshop template. So you can just download that template, line your shirts up in that, and export it from Photoshop and then upload it to Merch by Amazon. So you got the perfect thing. Jamaica, JYT is in the house. What's up, Jamaica YouTube TV? Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're running again. Awesome, awesome. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being on the planet today. All my family is in here. Thank you, thank you. Don't blame you. I don't know what's going on. I heard from someone else, you know how these YT streets be, that somebody was disgruntled. I don't know. Leave a thumbs down. I heard it from another creator too. So, you know, I'm not going to blame you. I'm not going to blame you. So it might be somebody else. I don't know. But I'm glad you're here hanging out with us. How's everything been with you? It's been a long time. How are you doing? Okay, cool. Yeah, if you have any questions as you're working through designs or any questions about how I research designs to put up and all that, just let me know. Awesome. Chop move. Keep that fire going for sure, guys. How's everything going in your world? Do you feel cooped up? Is the world treating you right? Have you been out in the world since this whole thing started? I've been out a couple of times, so don't tell the authorities. That's not a mandatory lockdown, shutdown here, I don't think. But if it is, nobody's stopping me from going to the grocery store as of yet. So I don't know. And as you come in, yes, guys, thank you. Please do thumbs up the live. If you want to check out some of my merchandise on Amazon, just to look at it. You can browse, you can buy it if you like some of the stuff. But it's you can hit that link there. It's a super long link, so that's why the Bitly link is there. And you can check out the stuff. And on the screen is actually some of the items that I have. So this is the sucker free shirt. And I could tell you guys how I was able to put this in a video. Like the model was actually wearing my shirt, but the person really isn't. I put this kind of mini commercial together in another software. So yeah, there's kind of cool things you could do to superimpose things and make it your own. Like this video, the skateboarder girl, she's not wearing my shirt, but it looks like she is wearing my shirt. So it's a lot of different types of software you could utilize to mock up things. If you're interested in design, fashion, t-shirts, having an e-commerce business online, there's resources out there that you could utilize that's pretty low to no cost. So happy to share that with you guys. I need to really get back to sharing this content on my Absolute Venus channel instead of on my Venus East channel. I do more food related content, but because I have you guys in the captive audience, if you have any questions, definitely do let me know. Arabelle, welcome in. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for being on the planet. We're talking t-shirts, e-commerce, being cooped up in our apartments, houses, wherever we are in the world. Thank you so much for being here. Also, let me get back to the chat because I was looking at the page I was on. But yeah, here's some of my designs, guys, and you can see what they sell for. And then I've got reviews. And the challenging thing about Amazon is that you don't control the print quality of how they print your design. So like you can see on this first Fly Girl shirt here that I've got 7 reviews and I've got like 3.5 out of 5 stars, and it gets on my nerves because I can't control how the quality of the shirt was when Amazon printed it for the people that's giving less than 5s and stuff like that. So you're kind of at the mercy of that. But if you have good designs overall, you'll probably sell quite well on Amazon. So you were thinking how long the commercial should be? Yeah, the editing. So I keep forgetting. I always forget what this software is online. Let me see. I always forget it. I gotta look it up in my bookmarks, guys. Let me not try to. Oh, there it is. Placeit. Placeit. PLACE. It. Oneword.com is where you guys can go. So I'm gonna type it in the chat. Let me put the long form URL so you guys can check it out. But Placeit.com is what I use to put those little commercial snippets together that you guys saw here. And it was not super simple to do, but once you understand like the templates and stuff they have there for videos, it wasn't that difficult. So just something quick, and these are like the banners on my page where I show some of the shirts that I have. Now on Amazon I have more than 1,300 shirts up right now. And obviously on these pages it's not showing the full catalog of shirts I have. So this is just highlighting some of the shirts that sell on a regular basis, but that's a good way to have one link and like take people to your shirts, and then when they click on your shirts, then they'll see like your banner, your brand names and stuff, and then they can click and see more of your catalog that way. So it kind of helps. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for being on the planet. As you come in, please do definitely hit that thumbs up and hang out with me and your fellow creators. Okay, yep. I got iMovie. That's what I do my videos in. And like you said, you could do your short form commercials in it, but like place it, you could do everything there and export it and just upload it wherever you want to. So either way is a good method, whatever you're most comfortable with. Awesome. Oh, Peanut, you need to fix your laptop. Oh man. Yeah, so I just did kind of shorter commercials because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Amazon on the back end, they might have a limit to how large the file size can be. So I would say, 15 seconds or less, depending on how large the thing is, because you want to draw folks in, but then you also want them, to scroll down and look at your overall shirts and stuff. So like here, the banner here, you want somebody to get engaged with what you're showing here, but then also scroll down and then start to look at your shirt. So it doesn't really have to be that long, just to draw them in and show that you took some time and care and have a brand, something to represent your brand. Yep, so Placeit.com, guys, is what I utilize to put those videos together that you're seeing, the little snippets that's above. Congratulations, Peanut Butter. You have advanced to level 3. Thank you so much for hanging on the planet. Okay, you've been using your phone. Yeah, that's challenging to have to use your phone if your laptop is acting a little cray-cray. So to edit for video or for graphics. So for video, I edit in iMovie, so you got the right thing going on there. For graphics, like t-shirt graphics, I use something called Merch Informer, and again, that's that online tool that it has a monthly fee for it. For the research tools and stuff, I think that's free. But if you want to use the designer, I think it's like $9 a month, $9.99 a month or something like that. I pay for that, but it's so easy. Okay, for videos, yep, I use iMovie for my videos. And when I first started doing videos, I had an intro, outro thing, and then just obviously record my video and plunk that in the middle and then start cutting it up, chopping it up as I want. But the interesting thing is, because I have a paid version of StreamYard, I could do my videos in here, download them, but I still have to, I don't know if they have an editor on the back end. I have to check that out if StreamYard has an editor or not, but I think it doesn't as of yet. So you got to download it to iMovie anyway and edit it from there. So Peanut, you are funny as always, too silly Willy. Yeah, you can do short commercials on these kind of landing pages within Amazon. So it's cool to make it a multimedia experience instead of just having like the static banners with your brand. I'm surprised YT doesn't let us do that or make it more, our pages more interactive. We just got the overall banner, and then you can put your videos in certain categories on YT, like most watched, or if you got a playlist showing certain playlists and all that stuff. But I think they need to make it more interactive, like when somebody clicks on your channel, your YT channel, they don't just have one video. It's like autoplay style. I don't know. It should be like more advanced, especially because YT is the video platform of choice for most online video creators. I mean, you have Vimeo and other sources or people doing IGTV and stuff like that. But for YT to be at the forefront and be like a main social media, video, multimedia platform, I think we should have way more, I don't know, opportunity to swag out our channel like pages, but I don't know, some more advanced folks might know how to do certain things. Maybe there's an opportunity to incorporate live video in your banners and stuff, but I haven't seen anybody utilize that. You could, okay, for videos, okay, awesome. I have to take a look at that because I'm always in search of like new tools, the latest and greatest tools for things. Because sometimes you just get used to utilizing certain things, but then if it has more advanced components that's going to help you up your game with certain things, whether it be thumbnails, the video, cut scenes, sound, bringing in different elements, graphic elements and stuff like that. It's always cool to innovate. So yes, YouTube Studio. I think because I was on YT early on creating content, that I'm kind of used to the beast that it is, and it doesn't annoy me as much anymore. But I could totally see like starting out as a new creator and having these ideas and then trying to easily put your content together and then get it out there so you can get in the groove of putting more and more content up. YT doesn't make it very easy. The uploader itself takes forever to upload videos to, at least it did when I first started this channel. It took forever, like at least 20 to 30 minutes for me to get up like a 10-minute video. I don't know what that was, but then now it only takes a couple minutes, which is good. But now I don't really upload videos that much. I stream. And so streaming on YT, if I wasn't using StreamYard, that's a pain in the butt because you have to find OMS or OBS software to use. And so you'll have like the OBS screen and you're recording in that, and then you have your YouTube Studio back end and they're going at the same time. It's hard to see it on your computer, or you can stream from your phone. But I don't like doing that, one, because I'm gonna be tied to the wall with my phone on a charger, and it's like, and then the screen is too small if you're trying to moderate at the same time that you're, streaming. It's just ridiculous. So I'm glad that there is StreamYard, but yeah, it's totally a challenge. I think YouTube, you would think, because again, they're at the forefront of being the marquee video streaming social media platform, that they would have made it much easier to do so and create content on a regular basis. Yeah, it has basic transitions. Like you said, StreamYard does have a delay, but I'm being slow in answering the comments, my bad. But yes, it has basic transitions. iMovie is much better, so definitely when you can utilize iMovie, definitely do that, because the transitions that I use, I kind of have a template for it, and I use the same ones again and again, and it just has that crispness to it that's not as old and antiquated like some of the stuff in the YouTube Studio, so I totally get it. It takes about an hour, yeah, almost. Awesome. Yes, StreamYard has a delay with the comments. So yeah, I'm using StreamYard, and there is a free version of StreamYard. And if I was using the free version, you would see this guy in the top corner. So well, far up there. This dude. I can't even point right, y'all. Help me. I'm retarded. I look crazy. But anyway, powered by StreamYard in your upper right corner. So that's what I'm using. And fortunately or unfortunately, it is only on laptop. So you have to access it on your laptop, but it's super easy to use. I'm so glad I found it. But Streamlabs, they have Streamlabs, which is a totally separate company on the phone, and people use Streamlabs all the time. I think that was initially what Marcos Eats was using on his phone. Rick Rock Foodie was using Streamlabs. A lot of people. I've never utilized Streamlabs. I've only used StreamYard, but again, StreamYard right now is only available on laptop. However, when you have people on a panel, like if you've ever seen people stream and they got multiple people on the panel, the other people can join your stream from their phone. But to host the stream, you have to be on your computer. Excellent. It's kind of fun to play around with, but yeah, there are certain things as you're walking through the experience, the technical, aspects of it can be a little annoying, cumbersome, boring when you're just trying to think through what content you're gonna have and creating that and getting it up for others to view, share, comment on, all that awesomeness. But it'll get to a point where you get used to it and it'll kind of roll from there. Okay, so you have StreamYard. Awesome. Yes, that's much better for me, because having the OBS software and working from the YouTube studio is too much for live streaming, and then it's super limited for recording and editing your videos too. So yeah, definitely technical, but yeah, as you get used to it, you'll flow with it after that. And then again, you could like set up templates once you start getting into your videos and know what design elements to transition, know elements that you like. Especially with iMovie, I have a couple different templates set up. Like for the videos that I was doing for Absolute Venus, I got a template, and then Venus Eats, I have a template, so it has the same intro and outro music. And then I'll have another template for my commercials and stuff, that sort of thing. So you'll definitely get used to it. Exactly. The videos themselves flow like whatever you're into, whether you're talking about certain things and it's just you on camera to shooting B-roll of, those atmospheric kind of images and scenes that people put in to break up, the different aspects of what they're talking about, stuff like that. I like that aspect of it, the creativity part, like you said, instead of the technical part. But because like I used to doing the technical part from my other channel, it kind of flows now, but it is a chore. So I was like, interesting as your channel starts growing, like people having to add staff and stuff, because at first I was like, it's not that involving where you would need a staff. But I think as you grow and have thousands of followers and want to put out content on a regular basis, I would rather, if the growth of it was supported, to have staff than me doing all the editing and coming up with the creative and stuff like that. So never know. Kush Dog Entertainment, welcome in. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for being on the planet. Definitely hit that thumbs up. And just like that, you're on level 3. So that means that you're back to the planet. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. How are you doing today? We're talking about YT, creating content, editing and making videos, the fun, the joys of that. And just flexing our creativity in general as it comes to us, whether we're doing t-shirts and e-commerce, which is what I was showing from the content that I have on Amazon, to doing YouTube videos, whatever you enjoy doing as well. So shooting a video, right? Yes, welcome in, Kush. And again, if you guys want to see my merchandise on YT, is via that link. Awesome. Yeah, shooting a video a day. Yeah, that's the thing. Some people put out some people have put out content. The people that I follow on here multiple times a day. Now, granted, some of it is recorded and then they'll have a live stream as well. But I'm like, that's dedication. That is total dedication. But yeah, I just have to get into that groove because I was like having a 9 to 5. Doing this as a project, then Amazon, then consulting and all the other stuff that I do, I was like, can I think of that many concepts, first of all, and then be able to translate it in a way that's engaging and entertaining on a daily basis, getting that, YT groove and people used to your content at some point, you don't want them to get bored, which is why YT is so unique. Because if you think about the shows and things that we watch on a regular basis, they don't do a show a day till infinity, right? It has a season to it. So I'm like, how are people going to do 365 shows? Or if they don't do a show a day, they only do it on the weekdays or whatever. 5 times 52 weeks. What is that? That's over more than 275 shows, I think. 260 shows, whatever that is. So I'm like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to do all that. So it is what it is. But definitely a hobby for me. But then people are like turning it into a business model of how they're going to make money on the side or have it as their permanent income and stuff like that. So it's very interesting, but it is a blessing that it's free, first of all, and that you could put your product out to the world, your content, creativity out to the world for free. Totally. And then because it's social media as well, it's really like not just a creative platform, but also a social networking component to it. So it's very interesting. It definitely is. It definitely is all about the money, especially now that people have financed their channels with super chats and stuff like that by doing the live streaming and stuff. So it definitely is an interesting business model, and a lot of people do it well, like the stream that we were in a little bit earlier today. On a daily basis, hundreds and hundreds of dollars are made from super chats for that particular channel. So that's a very interesting thing. I hope to be monetized pretty soon. I currently have maybe 800 more hours to go, which again, it sounds like a lot, but every day I gain about 10 plus hours a day. So as you say, within 80 days, I'll be monetized as less than 2.5 months or whatever. So it's not that far away. I'll be coming up on my 1 year of this channel in July. So it'll probably be right around that time, which is fine with me. At some point, I was on track to be monetized within 3 months of me doing live streams, but I was kind of losing steam. One, because I was like, am I actually providing value? And then for myself, am I enjoying it as much as I should, or am I just doing it to get to a finish line? And then if you do it just to get to the finish line, then how are you going to be energized to sustain after that to actually make the money at that point? So it's just like, I was like, I'm going to take me a breather for a couple months and then post as I would like to and keep it light so that, I'm bringing something of value each time I come. Excellent, guys. Thank you for hanging out on the planet. Yes, YT is very interesting. And in these days and times, we definitely need some distractions or somewhere to unwind, decompress. So YT is definitely a great place to do that because not only are you communicating with people, chatting with people, but you can see them and interact with them in real time too, just like IG. But it's kind of different, I think. With YT, I think you develop more of a community on YT than IG. It's just my personal opinion. Maybe others think differently, but it's definitely interesting. Excellent, folks connecting, meeting each other up. Cool. So because you're in here and it seems like there's only a couple of us in here, DFAM, I can show you the software I'm using. So let me stop showing my screen for a second, then I'm gonna show you the software that I use, the Merchantformer software to design shirts in. So I'm gonna show you that right now. Okay, so this is the back end. Let me make sure you guys can see. Yeah, so the back end of Merchantformer, and again, Merchantformer has various different tools in it. It has where you can research shirts to know what's selling. Let's say you want to get into, I don't know, a sports niche like cycling or something like that. You have ideas for shirts, you could search up the best selling shirts in that. Now you could do it in Amazon, but it's much easier in Merchantformer because they show you over the like trends over the last 30, 60, 90 days, what sold best a year ago today. All this kind of stuff is really interesting to get into. And then when you search up certain things, it also shows you the keywords that people are most likely to use to search for that. So as you're doing your titles, descriptions for the shirt itself, to get it on the first page, it kind of helps you direct to which words you would like to integrate in there to get your shirt seen. So I really like it for those tools. But then in addition to the research tools, it also has an auto uploader too. Now they have. I haven't subscribed to the auto uploader thing because it's just as easy for me to design the shirt, download it from Merchantformer, and then upload it to Amazon. So here's the designer. Yeah, you like the setup. Yeah, it's pretty easy because you can set up your typeface, your fonts, whatever, your graphics. They have free graphics in here that you can utilize. Amazon sending me a message, so I'm stopping reading and I'll read it later. But anyway, so yeah, so let me go to the templates. They got templates for pop sockets and stuff. Pop sockets is obviously one of the things that you could design for in Amazon, in addition to the t-shirts, hoodies, all that. So they got ready-made templates that you can utilize if you didn't, already have a design in mind and go from there. They also have like free clip art, and so you can search those categories, and these images are cool to use on your shirt. So if you want to do some sort of reggae shirt with a lion in there, you can just click on that and you'll be good to go there. Obviously, your text, they got different layouts for text that you could utilize, and then there are some fonts that's already in here that you could utilize as well. Or you can upload fonts. So there's some preset fonts in here, but you can also upload fonts that aren't in here, but you gotta obviously make sure they're royalty free, or they could be paid fonts, but fonts that's okay for commercial use. So if you're gonna upload fonts that are not already in here, and some of these fonts I did upload in here, like this Kushan script, and maybe I did put Bungee in here. I can't remember the ones because I usually design a few of them, and then go from there because those are the ones I'm comfortable using. But for instance, if I wanted to change the configuration of Speak Fluent and change the font of it, uppercase, lowercase, similar to Word where you would bold it, italicize it, all that kind of stuff. But then you can utilize text effects. So if I wanted to make a bridge out of it or curve the text in some sort of way or making an oblique pattern, you could do that as well. It's easy to move things around, edit them. Use quick keys in here. And then images, this is really too where it's really awesome, even though it costs $9.99 a month. Like, they already have free images in here from Pixabay. So that's where I used to pull in free clip art images onto my shirts anyway, but it's fully integrated in Merch Informer now. So you could just look up things, and they have Pixabay already integrated in there. So you would simply click on the image. Oh, okay, so I can't download it, but if you want this image, let me refresh this because it's acting a little cray-cray. And go back there and see if it'll pull it in for me. Okay, it's not acting like it should right now, but theoretically, you would just hit the skull and it would pop on the shirt, and then you can go from there. But either way, Pixabay, you can go to Pixabay, look for images, download those images, and then integrate them on your shirt. Now, I've only had a couple instances on Pixabay where I've downloaded an image and it wasn't specifically able to use for shirts, and so I got dinged for that very early on. But usually Pixabay, the artists that put them on there, they're cool to use. And so on let me go back to my Venus Paradise and show you some of the images that I used. That are on some of my existing shirts, and they sell very well. So you don't have to be like an ultimate graphic designer or anything. You just have to be kind of dangerous and know how to move graphics around, right? Existing graphics, and text around to make an aesthetically pleasing shirt. So let me see. So yeah, back to the store here, this fresh shirt. So let me click on the shirt. So the fresh shirt that I have, that graffiti like paint splatter behind it, that's an image that I got from Pixabay, and then I put my text over that to have that hip hop like fresh kind of look to it. And then some of the other shirts that I have, like the background images, like this Fly Girl shirt, the goat crown, different things I got from Pixabay, and then utilize it. There's some really cool effects too that you could do in Merch Informer, like this 4-leaf clover. I superimposed the Chicago flag on it and distressed it, using Merch Informer. So I have some really cool effects and things that you could use in there to make these kind of effects. Distressed at least 2 years ago when I started was very um, popular back then, and it still is now as well. So you probably will want to use those effects too. Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely check out Pixabay. Merch Informer again. Merch Informer costs, but Pixabay is totally free. And now they have like video snippets too that you could utilize. And so I've utilized some of them in some of my videos. Um, so it's just up to you what you want to utilize it for, the t-shirts or content for thumbnails or videos on YT. So how long does it take to get approval for merch? That is, or are you already approved for merch? You might be asking me about something else. Oh, okay. So once you upload a design, since you're a newer creator, it might take an hour. I don't think it would take that long because when you first start out, you have manual approvers, so human beings approving your designs at the level, the tier, I should say, that I'm on now. I get approved within a few minutes because there's bots approving it, and so it's basically looking for if you're utilizing anything in your description, title, or keywords that are trademarked. And so that's the only thing it flags. Otherwise, it kind of cycles through and approves it pretty quickly. Okay, awesome. So yeah, for the design, it takes, I wouldn't, and it depends too, because when I first started, like if you upload something like on a Friday, sometimes over the weekend, it wouldn't get approved until Monday, because again, human approvers were approving it. But now, because I get automatic approvals, it only takes less than a few minutes. Like I'll put up a design now, and on all of my different types of shirts that I put it on, it'll get approved within 30 seconds to a minute or whatever. But when you first start out, maybe 5-10 minutes or so, but probably not even then. It just depends on the volume. And then obviously around holidays and stuff like that, it takes longer, which just reminded me I need to put up some graduation shirts because it's March and people, well, depending on how graduations go now, because the calendar is messed up because of CV, so who knows? But usually I would have put up some graduation shirts now, which I'm still going to do. But who knows when they're going to sell and people are going to buy them in May or close to May. Now the school year is all jacked up. So we'll see. But yeah, definitely if you're going to start designing, definitely design for some of the holidays that's coming up, like Mother's Day and things of that nature, just to start getting those sales off the ground. And something that I should have done in the beginning, which I didn't, I was waiting for organic sales, so it took me a couple months to get ramped up and start seeing sales. But people buy themselves out of tier 10. So like you see that you're in tier 10 once you sell about 8 or 9 shirts, they probably will kick you to tier 25. I think it's tier 10, tier 25, 50, 100, and then from after 100 it started going 100, 200, 300 like that until you get to 1,000. Then I think they do 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, like it goes every 2,000 or something like that. So, but yeah, I would, if you can afford it, just set your shirts at the lowest price and buy 10 of those. And you'll open up your slots, and then those shirts will start getting ranked because they sold before, and then you just go on from there. Awesome. Yeah, so as you have questions, as you're looking at the tools like Merchant Informer, or you start putting up shirts, the one thing that you definitely want to do too is whatever niche you want to start designing in. If you're going to design for holidays, they have to be very specific and appeal to a smaller audience, because usually thinking I want as many people as possible to like this shirt and want to buy it. So you want to make it, or think that you should make it generic. But if you just make a generic Mother's Day, like my mom is the best, obviously look it up and test and make sure if you're going to put a phrase on it that it's not trademark. But let's just say my mom is the best isn't trademarked. I don't know if it is or isn't, but let's say for the sake of this example, is not trademarked. And you just put that out there and say Mother's Day 2020 shirt, my mom is the best. You're gonna get 1,001 shirts, probably 100,000 or so shirts. I don't even know how many Mother's Day shirts cumulatively is out there, but because you didn't say my cheerleading mom is the best, my soccer team mom or something like that, you gotta like make it super specific. Or one, people are not gonna be able to find your shirt, and two, it's so much competition for it, that even if they found your shirt, it's gonna be a million others just liking it, something that may be speaking more to what they want to find, a uniqueness of what they want to find in a general Mother's Day shirt, that you just want to give yourself the best probability of being seen and people wanting to buy it. Yeah, because I didn't do that at first, and it took me, so I started in February of 2018. It took me till like May of 2018 to really start seeing shirts take off and the sales take off, because I was just waiting. So I might have sold 2 shirts in February, 5 shirts in March, a couple more than that, 10 maybe in April, and then May I sold, like, I could look back at the actual trend thing here. Let me look. Let me see the chart here, and then you'll see like, dang, it really shot up from there. So let me go back. Actually, it took me later in the year when I could have just bought myself out of the tier and then going from there. So I'm gonna show you my back end here in 1 second. So this is the back end of my Merch by Amazon dashboard. And this graph that you're seeing, you can only see that if you have the Pretty Merch plugin for Chrome. So you can download Pretty Merch plugin. Let me share this. So let me see if you can see this chart here. Yep, so let me take. So this chart, and I'm gonna make it larger just so you can see that for now. So this is February 2018. I made 3 sales that month, which I'm not mad at because I started at the end of February. So people were starting to buy my shirts then. And then in March, I made 8 sales. So I just made it out of tier 10 2 months in, when I could have just in February bought the 10 and be on from there. But it's slow going. So you have filled your 10 slots, stuff is starting to sell, then you get to tier 25 and you can put up more shirts so you can see, how it doubled, and then it stayed at a plateau like April, May, June, July, August, September. So now I'm going, and it doesn't look like a lot to begin with because you're like, in February I started with 3, but on a regular basis I'm getting close to 40 sales a month from 3. And you're only a few months in, so that's not too bad, right? You're starting to catch on then from September to October because I did put up Halloween shirts. I made double, like from 50 to essentially 100 sales from September to October. So it doubled. So you definitely want to, if you have the slots available, you definitely want to do holiday shirts because as you're heading into the third quarter of the year, which you'll be getting close to a few months in. Hey, Natural, we're talking about merch by Amazon. I was just showing my cousin kind of when I started in February 2018, how my growth trajectory on merch by Amazon was and how I started, taking advantage of holidays and stuff and designing to holidays to kind of double my sales. So I was telling her that I started out February 2018, had about 3 sales then, and a lot of people buy themselves out of their tier because you get 10 slots to start with, and you could just buy 10 of your shirts at the lowest price and then get more slots to add to. So that's one method that people use to get more slots, get more things up so they can sell faster. Stefan, welcome in. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for being on the planet. As you come in, please do hit that thumbs up. We're talking about t-shirt designs, e-commerce, Amazon, YouTube, being a creator, growing your channel, being creative in general. We're talking about a whole bunch of things. And I will put my lovely face back up here so you guys will know I'm behind the scenes. But yeah, so just talking to my cousin about how I grew merch by Amazon and some techniques that you could use to kind of get your sales off the ground pretty quickly. So I'm gonna enlarge this again so you guys can see it clearly. But essentially, this is a graph showing what my sales growth was the first year that I was on it, and it continues all the way through today. So I'm gonna scroll back over to more recent times, but yeah, just showing her how it was when I started out. And so from September to October, the sales doubled because I was putting up Halloween shirts. November was decent. You got Halloween going away, Thanksgiving. But the thing is, guys, when you definitely want to capitalize on the holidays, you have to design months in advance. So the shirts that I had up that related to Halloween and Thanksgiving, I put up in like July, August and let them sit there. When I first started Amazon, after 90 days, if your shirt didn't sell at least one, they would take it down. And you have to put it back up. So it was only good and up for 90 days, and then they would purge it, and then you have to put it back up. But now I think it'll stay up for 6 months or something before they take it down. So that's more helpful for people that have lots of slots. Like I have 4,000 slots I can fill, and I have like 1,300 shirts up. And so it'll be a heavy task, one, to design 4,000 shirts and keep them up. And then if a shirt is up for 3 months and they keep taking it down, and you have to put that up and then some. It was challenging. So I'm glad that they leave the shirts alone, because there's been shirts that I've had up a couple of times, a couple cycles that didn't sell within that first 90-day time frame. Then it didn't the second time, and then the third time it did, and it started to get traction. And now that's one of my best selling shirts to this day. So it just depends on, what time of year it is, if you have the right keywords and stuff and it's getting to your audience, or just sometimes a stroke of luck that a shirt takes off when it didn't before. So yeah. So like you said, December, those December sales, absolutely. So in November, I went from 89 sales to 227 sales. Now I'm going to show you something interesting about that. One method, guys, that people also use when they first start out to tier up faster to get faster sales is to rock bottom price their shirts. I think the least you can charge for a shirt on Amazon and not make a penny is like $13.99. I'm just gonna say $13.99. I think it's a little bit lower than that, but that basically covers the cost of the shirt, the printing, and then Amazon, fulfilling the order for you. So anything you price your shirts above that base price is what you get as a royalty, as profit, right? So a lot of people price theirs at the minimum just to get sales, just so they can tier up, and they're not worried about making money in the beginning. So you can see, even though from November, they only gave you 3 slots. So they don't even do 10 slots anymore. That's nuts. Wow. I didn't know that. I thought they started, well, okay. So the times have changed, guys. When I started in February a couple years ago, they gave people 10 slots. Now it must be so many Amazon sellers via merch that they only give you 3 slots. So it's like a hazing, a boot camp. Like, what are you gonna do with that? You gotta essentially buy yourself out of the tier. Well, the good thing is you only need to sell 3 shirts, right, to get to the next tier. That's kind of crazy that they start you out now. That's okay. Well, I want to learn something new now. That they start you out with 3 slots. Now, okay, well, now you only luckily need to sell 3 shirts, and hopefully they bump you up to tier 10 from 3. Like, what is that about? I hope they let people grow at the same trajectory that I did, because that would be really a bummer. A slow way to get people that's actually dedicated to putting up quality shirts to grow. So when I was mentioning people underpricing their shirts to just sell them really quickly at the cheapest price, you will notice that to a certain extent I did that, because even though I made 227 sales versus 89 in November, if you see that red line, it didn't go up that much. And I'm going to show you as I hover over these what that meant in terms of profit. So in November, I made $324.85 in royalties from those 89 sales. Now, those 227 sales, it only doubled, or, well, it did double to 686 sales. But if you double this, that would be about 180 sales, and I made 47 sales above that, so the line should be more like here. That is also a combination of lower pricing, but then also pop socket sales, guys. I don't know if y'all know what pop socket is, but those are basically the things that fit on the back of your phone as a holder or grip for your phone, and so the royalties on those are very low. So $1, $2 maybe. So I was selling a lot of pop sockets at the time. So those other 50 sales or so in that was probably that. And that's another reason why it wasn't that lucrative of a month for me, even though I sold more than double what I sold in November. So as I go on, so that was year one, starting out with 3 sales and ending the year with 227 sales. That's pretty good, right? So then I'm gonna show you the comparison in May now, guys. So as I go along, oh, okay. I see what you're saying now. Okay, good. I'm glad they still okay. Okay, yes, that's correct. So you could do 3 submissions a day. Yes, you are tier 10. Tier 10, that's right. And you could do 3 submissions a day, which obviously means you have a limit of 3 shirt designs you could put up each day. So you could do print that or upload those designs each day so you get to 10, and then once you get to 10, you can't put up anything else unless you take one down to put something else up. No, that's not gonna be good because people that want to buy shirts, like somebody bought a shirt from me today, which I'll get back to my regular um, graph after I finish taking you guys through my cumulative with graph. But people that's buying shirts now, they're probably not gonna get them for a while, so that's a bummer. A super bummer. Okay. Well, so then here back to the graph here. So at the end of the year, we talked about the 227 products, I should say, I sold because it's pop sockets in that too. But then look at May. So in May, I sold maybe 13 shirts more or 13 products more and had 240 sales. So again, with the 227 sales, I had $686.41 in royalties. But look at the royalties that I had in May. So I have $1,365.10 because I stopped pricing my shirts at rock bottom. In fact, I increased the price of the other shirts that I had before because I came up with a design or a couple of designs that were selling very well. And I'm like, well, why would I price the shirts at $19.99? Make $5 when I could price them at $24.99 and make $8 to $9. Plus, at that point, probably in January, February, March, something of 2019, they started coming out with the t-shirts or the tank tops, other type of hoodies, things of that nature. So it allowed us to increase our pricing. So as you can see from the 227 sales, $686, the 240 sales is double, selling around the same amount, but I made double the royalties. So that's the way you have to look at it in the long term. If you're gonna price low in the short term, you better think about as them shirts start to sell, will you be able to increase your prices? Because as your shirt starts to sell, other competitors are going to see that. They're going to make similar shirts and price low too. So when are you going to ever be able to raise your prices? So my theory, my philosophy is to go in with a unique design and price it what it's worth in the beginning and go from there. Your shirt will have staying power, plus you'll make the money that you're entitled to from coming up with a unique design and all the energy and effort that you put in it, instead of waiting for some mystical, magical day where you'll be able to increase prices. At that point, the niche is going to be oversaturated. People are going to catch on to the fact that you're making sales and undercut you anyway, or have the same pricing as you. So it's kind of like, why, you kind of cannibalize your own royalties from the beginning. So I'm not a proponent of pricing low just to tear up faster, because you just kind of throw those designs in the trash to me. So yeah, but that was my best month in terms of royalties and number of sales too. And then from there, June, July on from there, it's kind of, it just depends on how the sales are, how trends are. Right now, I'm doing better than last month, but with the halt in printing and shipping, who knows what is going to happen. But if this whole crises didn't occur, I probably would have gotten about $700-800 this month, which would have been great. But we'll see how this goes as we continue. So anyway, that was a little bit of back end a little bit of back end. And you know how sales are going, how my trends went, what I'm doing, how I'm focusing forward, what overall how my journey went in my first 2 years on Merch by Amazon. So if you guys have any questions as you continue your journey, definitely let me know. I was just so that was what the announcement was. Yeah, I had to look at that because I saw that pop up and I was like, what is that? So let me read it. Thank you guys for hanging out with me on the planet today on this happy hump day. I hope everything is going well for you guys. If you're watching this back and you want to know more about Amazon, this is definitely, hopefully, will be helpful to you. And then obviously feel free to ask any questions as you get going. Okay, you're on Place It. Cool. Let me know. Oh yeah, they got logos, images, video content, the t-shirt mock-ups. Those are always helpful. You put your design on a t-shirt and you could use that image if it's on the person or whatever and put that on your Instagram, Facebook, wherever you want to promote it. So really cool stuff on Place It. Some things are free, other things you have to sign up for a monthly subscription, I think, if you want to download certain things, but hopefully it'll give you some idea. The other tool that I use to this day for my thumbnails, especially for YT, is Canva. And Canva has a free subscription. And I utilize that because they have a category for YouTube thumbnails and stuff. And so I would encourage you to use that too. YouTube banners, social media banners. I got like IG templates and stuff like that. You can just add your message to it or whatever. Graphics, whether you get it from Pixabay or utilize the graphics on there and use it as a post on IG and otherwise. Very easy to use. They have a paid version and I use the paid version because when I was first designing my Merch by Amazon t-shirts, I was using Canva for that and for you to be able to do transparent backgrounds, which you essentially would want to do with any white text on a black t-shirt. You need to do a transparent background on a colored t-shirt of any kind. You need to do a transparent background so that it'll show. See something here. I was distracted because I'm listening to this through my phone, but it hasn't been showing live in a little bit. So I'm like, am I still live or no? Okay, so here we go. Yeah, that's the funny thing because when did I first start IG? It's been a while, but I have my Absolute Venus IG. I said YG. Great rapper, by the way. YG, but no, IG. I first started IG 2-3 years ago, something like that. But now that I have 2 YT channels, now I have 2 YG channels and 2 IG channels. I keep saying YG. I have 2 IG channels and then 2 Twitter accounts. It's just ridiculousness trying to manage all this. So I don't post on IG that much because I'm just like not super active on IG. I'll look at what other people post, but I'm not all into posting what I'm doing next on my channels or what's going on in life in general. And so they kind of just sit there. The last thing I posted was the aftermath of the first week of the CB scare and how the grocery store shelves looked at that point. So since then, I haven't really done anything, so I'm not good at keeping up with all of my social media, but it's there to communicate. So I like to have it. But yeah, I don't do much on IG or Facebook for that matter. I think I utilize Twitter and YT the most now. I was really heavy on Twitter like 4 or 5 years ago. Then I kind of stepped back from that. YT was always a hobby for me, and then I got reinvigorated by doing this channel last summer, and it's almost a year into this channel. So, but overall, social media I don't keep up too much on. It was sad because Facebook, I had the most. I wouldn't say that one of my Twitter accounts had the most of audience, maybe 5,000 or so people there versus Facebook, but I only utilize Facebook to keep up with some groups. Like I utilize Facebook again for the most part to get into the Merch by Amazon groups to see how to start this thing. What do you do on it? They have some really good groups on there and sharing of ideas of how to grow. And then they keep you posted on what words and things hadn't been trademarked but are now trademarked. They have some really good admins and a lot of those in a lot of those groups. And now one group, this guy Michael Insana, I think his name Asani, Michael Asani, Essany. He is the moderator of one of these groups or the leader or whatever of one of these groups, and he does a weekly newsletter. And at the end of his newsletter, it's like hundreds and hundreds of ideas for shirts that he's researched, and there's no shirts on that you could design for and make money from. It's called merch. I don't want to get it wrong. I have to look at it. I have to look it up for you guys, and I'll let y'all know next time. But it was like a godsend when I first started on this thing, because I was like, I have ideas for shirts that I want to make that I know I'm interested in, and folks that like certain types of music like I am and stuff, and kind of go down that road. But then he uncovered niches that I wouldn't have thought about designing in or thinking about certain things in a different way and how you could customize it to appeal to a certain group. So it was really insightful, and some of the best-selling shirts around the holidays, graduation, different happenings, I was able to sell because of that thought process of customizing things to different groups you wouldn't think of before, and that's how I really started to sell stuff. So I was like 1 year old. Yes. Too cute. I know, right? I actually when we moved from Chicago, there were some photo albums and stuff, but that was from Lynette and them side of the family. So I had to get that stuff back to Lynette and my grandma, because my grandma left it at the house before she moved out to Cali. So I got to get that to her, but I don't have any the right side, Gramps' side, none of that. So I was like, I need some of those pictures. I think I might have, you know what? I have a little pouch of photos from Essex and grandma. Grandma has in those, great grandma. But other than that, I don't really have any photos. That would have been cute. At least you could have took a little picture of it and sent it to me like, is this you? I'm like, don't show that to nobody. That's awesome. I ain't gonna show that. I ain't gonna put them on YT, because I was like, I think I got some in here that I can show them the thing, but no, I'll save them. I'll take a picture of them and send them to your phone. Oh, I know. And she was tiniest little thing. I was like, Grandma. So I know we need to come together more often because it be such a long time since we've seen each other. But I'm glad, through the internet, we can see each other, video chat, something like that in the meantime. So yeah, that's Merchant Former, and I think hopefully they still have a free version that you could at least get on there and see the design elements or the design elements, the research tools, because they're very helpful, at least to give you jog your creativity somewhat and give you ideas about either certain topic areas or certain types of designs and elements people use for their shirts. Of course, I'm in denial. I'm like, no, it wasn't. No, it was my twin. I know, yeah, she don't lose that wit for sure. For sure, yep. Sharp as a tack. Cause I'm like, yeah, how you remember that? I didn't even remember that. What was that? Oh yeah. So yeah, she's on point for sure. Did she? Oh cool. Yep, see she know. She know. Very cool. So this whole time that we're in right now is interesting because as we're in the thick of our lives and work and all this kind of stuff, we always say, well, I wish I had some time off and this and that. And then when we forced to take time off, looking at some people's videos or posts on social media and they dying, like, well, that's the wrong term. I shouldn't have said the D word, but they are yearning, bad choice of words, yearning to get back to work or to the grind of things. And I know some of it is financial and all that stuff, but I don't know. I say if you have to take this time, whether it's financially taxing to you or not, or whatever your challenge stress is, make the most of it because when you get back in the grind of things, people, you're gonna be hoping, wishing, praying there's some opportunity for you to take another breather. So take it now. Take it now and utilize it and don't worry while you're in it. Recharge, find new hobbies, uh, reconnect with family. Like this whole social distancing or whatever, I've never heard of that in my life until the last couple of weeks, and it's a thing now, social distancing. I'm like, whatever, but while we're in this process, positivity is key because I see too much of this worrying. I don't know what it is. It's just a cycle of nuttiness that I try to insulate myself from. I'm like, it's not like this over here, no drama over here. I don't want to see a news report every 2 seconds that's gonna say more of the same and make your tummy hurt and grip with worry and all that kind of stuff. Go on here with that, y'all. So you so funny, you like, let me back out there. And it's gonna happen soon enough. We're gonna be like, can I get some time to chill? But yeah, I get it. I get it. I don't wanna be forced to stay cooped up. It does feel different when you choose to stay at home versus when you don't. Oh yeah, that's right. So school continues for your children, right? So my son, he goes to the public school, one of the public schools here in Clark County, and they've been sending links to additional curriculum and stuff they could do online and not getting graded on this stuff. It's just something to keep their brains occupied while they're off on this break. But um, yeah, it's definitely interesting times because I'm like, with all the environmental challenges, health challenges, crises, whatever you want to call them, that have happened throughout our lives, nothing has been this incapacitating, like where the government is telling people not to go anywhere and all this kind of stuff. It's just weird. Very weird. So, oh yeah, that makes sense. So if you're like an administrator kind of and they're asking questions to you, so you staying busy for sure. That's why you like, let me add here so I could, get involved in other projects. I'm not just sitting here with the messages going back and forth. I want to homeschool. Shoot, I want to get in a situation where I can homeschool my son because the way he learns, he could be so much further, even though he's in the hopeful advanced track in his school. I think it's still too slow because we're coming from a private school in Chicago to a public school here in Vegas. And Vegas, guys, is not, or Nevada in general, was like 48 out of 50 in terms of school systems. However, we were able to find a public school here that's highly rated nationally, even though the state itself does not have a very good rating for public education. So, yeah, I know. Challenging. So you super busy regardless. Oh, that's awesome. Jamaica YouTube shared my stream too. Thank you, JYT. Awesome. He has a very cool channel too. He has a awesome fun personality. So if you haven't been to Jamaica YouTube TV's channel, please do. Cause he's fun. Are the schools, yeah, ranked very low where you are? That makes sense that you are homeschooled. Then I would definitely want to do that if I can swing it with career finances, all that, and be able to be at home. Maybe throughout this whole thing, I could find a work from home opportunity or just expand my consulting business and work from home, homeschool my son, uh, focus toward the future, continue to build my business outside of the 9 to 5 thing because life is short, as we all know. So I'm gonna move these puzzle pieces around and make it work. The studio light is getting on my nerves, but if I turn it off, y'all can't see me. Okay, I'm getting hot up in here. The things I do for YT, guys. That is awesome. What grade is she? Like, age-wise, what grade is she? Oh, that is awesome. 3 grade levels above. Excellent. See, that's where it's at. Who to learn best from than you, right? And you can give the discipline and then know what she can handle and tailor it to her. And she's excelling wonderfully. That is awesome. Because Els, he's gonna be 8th grade whenever they start back and finish, and then the next school year he's gonna be an 8th grader. So critical years here. As I said that, here comes an email from the superintendent saying what? And he's sending us a phone number to call, a hotline, a learning line for what? They don't really have any schoolwork that they're doing during this time, so it's kind of like, what? That's funny. I will say though, this school system is the most communicative I have ever seen, because every 2 seconds they're sending me an email or text talking about some kind of update every day, twice a day sometimes. Oh, that's awesome. Yes. Because she has the aptitude for it. She's picking it up very well. So there you go. Novel idea that schools wouldn't do the same thing. They make everybody learn at the same pace, which is ridiculous. It halts, which I understand. If you're managing multiple students at once, you can't have, tailor it to every single student. But even the advanced stuff, I believe, is boring to him. So he's making the grades and all that, but the extra effort isn't there because he's not challenged. I know this is because I was hearing certain wow. Oh, see, that was ringing my phone. So they sent me an email. Then they sent me a text. Now they calling on the phone. They like over communicate, which is fine. I understand the school system, but no. Okay, so a message. That's the thing. It's funny because I was hearing certain people. I think they're on the East Coast or Eastern time zone at least, and some people were saying that their children are not going back until May. I thought April was bad enough, a whole month from March 15th, let's say, to April 15th was bad enough, but some people have to wait till May. I'm like, what is happening right now? Remind, okay. Whoa, okay, yeah. All day long. Juvel TV, welcome in. How are you doing today? As you come in, please do hit that thumbs up. We're talking about CV schooling, what's going on in the world. Just we would talk about t-shirts, designing t-shirts, online businesses, just all these interesting things that's happening in these days and times. As you come in, if you see folks you are not connected with already, please do so. And thank you for being on the planet today. I totally forgot about designing shirts. I was starting to show you the tool, and then I end up designing any shirts, D-Fam, but I will get back to it after the live stream. I didn't bring no pen and pad in here, so I could jot stuff down as I'm thinking about it. What do you think about doing school or t-shirts? Because that just gave me an idea for some stuff. Maybe that is a niche that you would do well at. Let me look on Amazon and see what kind of shirts they have out there for homeschooling. Yeah, that would be cool because I never thought about that as a niche. I've done teacher related shirts, like teachers union related shirts and stuff like that. Or like recognizing certain teachers for being the best, gym teacher, this, that kind of thing. But I didn't think about folks that are homeschooling their kids. Let me look it up. Homeschool mom, instant homeschool mom, just add coffee. Those are cute. You know what? Look at this. This might be a niche for you because you really, when you search for niches or niches, however y'all want to say it, I prefer to say niche, but the merch community says niche, so I'll say niche. Whatever niches that you look into, when you search them on Amazon itself, you want to find a niche that has less than 5,000 shirts. And guess what? Because I'm about to project this on the screen and show you what I just found. So this definitely might be a niche you want to get into because you know the most about it, challenges of it, funny things about it, the intricacies of it, and moms, dads, whomever homeschool might be looking for these kind of shirts. So let me show you this. So as I look up here, it's only 106 homeschool shirts on Amazon. So I'm just saying, it's only 106 of them. So you probably could come up with some super creative sayings. Let's see some of them. Now this is just a general mom shirt, but let's see. I love school so much I live there, like this shirt. And it's sold because it has rankings. Now this plug-in that I'm using, I forgot what it's called. Hold on. It's not that, it's not that. Amazon. No, which one of these is it? So those orange numbers that you're seeing, it's a plugin I have on my Chrome. I'm trying to remember which one of these it is. I think it's the Amazon AMZ suggestion expander. No, that's not it. What is it? I don't know. I'll figure it out which one it is, but so that you can download that on your browser, and anytime you look up your shirt, you can see what the BSR, which is the bestseller ranking for these. So if a shirt has a BSR, which is what this orange number is, and it's sold at least one time. And so the lower the BSR, like this mom shirt that has 38,000, that's a better BSR than this I love school so much I live there that has 3.8, million BSR. You want it the lower the better, the closest to the number one it is, the better. That means it's selling pretty regularly or has in the last week, month, whatever. Charlotte Mason Children Need Books quote sold recently. Free market kid. I homeschool, so it's the letter I with homeschool in it. So it's selling. People are finding the shirts of interest. If you can find some niches. Thank you, Natural, for still being here. Oh yeah, I just heard a Zoom the other day. Like one of our friends was talking to my husband and was saying, do you guys use Zoom? Because you can basically chat via video and share projects and this and that across the thing, like a presentation and all that. So yeah, we definitely need to do that, or could do a private StreamYard either way. And then we could be on the panel together talking to each other like a video conference. So I guess Zoom is like video conference. I have to get that. It's a phone app, right? I have an Android phone, by the way. I'm assuming I could get it on Android. But yeah, these homeschooling shirts is only 106 shirts. I know nothing about homeschooling, but I probably could come up with some interesting sayings and hope they sell. But that's definitely with the slots that you have. You might want to dig into that niche, and it's going to become even more popular now with folks that are on this time out with their kids, So people might be looking for these shirts. I wonder how many social distancing shirts. Let's see. And I wonder if it's trademarked too. It's only 475 social distancing shirts. And one is around CV, which you don't necessarily want to do that. But let's see. None of them seem like they're selling though. I like the ones with the Bigfoot on it, social distancing champion. So like stuff that's trending right now without going down the CV route, you could totally trend on these. But they're not selling at all. I don't have a BSR, I don't have the orange numbers that you saw me talk about, so that might not be the best niche, but it might blow up soon because it's less than 500 shirts out there, so I would go ahead and do it. Let me write this stuff down so that I could. The other thing too is that term might be trademarked, so guys, if you're gonna get into stuff that's trending, make sure it's not trademarked so that you don't have an issue with Amazon. Okay, Zoom is like FaceTime or Hangouts. Awesome. Yeah, for sure. They'll be able to video chat with folks. On this thing, let me follow that for a second. I'm on vicinity. I'm about to get up and go get a pad. So, screen sharing too, that's awesome. Yeah, that's very cool because interacting via video conference and then it's like you're doing a presentation. That's what I liked about Skype. So Skype seems like similar. So now I'm writing down ideas because some of these niches they're not oversaturated because like I was telling you, let's go Mother's Day like we were talking about earlier. There's 30,000 results. Well, top results is probably way more than that, but they're probably showing us 30,000 of the sellers out there. So you can imagine it's way more than that. But yeah, I'm like, wherever you can find a niche that has less than 1,000, 5,000, 5,000 at a minimum, but even less than that, that's best. And then you're assured if you do your brand title and description right, you're gonna get on that first page. And then once you do that, you should flood out what they call flood out the niche, but it's gonna be difficult to do with just 10 slots. But when you get to a larger number of slots, like 20, I would say 50 slots, and you find a niche where you're selling at least a couple shirts in on a regular basis, then just do more and more and more and more and keyword it the same way. It'll be like all your shirts on the first page. And so anytime somebody looks up those terms, it'll be all your shirts, and chances are you're going to sell more than anybody else that would be on the next page. You're kind of like pushing everybody else's shirt that would have been in the niche already out of the way so that your shirts could get to the top of search every time when they'll buy your shirt. Juvel, thank you for still being in the house. Natural Labricia as well. And D family, you guys are awesome. Because we're talking about e-commerce, we're talking about what's happening in the world, trends with specific topics related to that, and how you can capitalize on that, not on anything that people may be enduring at this time, but trends in the way we work, whether we're social distancing, homeschooling, working remotely, those types of things. And it's great because we're innovating and changing the way we interact with each other, video conferencing, all that awesome stuff too. So technology is helping to support us and sustain us through this. So why not, think forward to how we can continue to connect as a community, even if it's over the internet. Awesomeness. So Zoom, I'm gonna get Zoom on my phone. So I could get it on my computer. Then if you can screen share, I'm thinking. Zoom. Download. Enter your work email. Let's find up. Okay. Yeah, I just signed up for Zoom. Now I'm going into my email to confirm that I signed up. So hopefully it'll be download. And then I'll let you know when I'm totally finished. Let's see. Okay, activate account. Girl, I'm not worried about that. I haven't paid attention to mine in like a week now. It was like, whatever. Ain't nobody gonna see me. Throw a cap on or not. You know I don't care. Let's see. Activating. Come on. Yeah, hopefully it don't take over my camera and nothing while I'm on this screen. Don't do it. Not StreamYard. Welcome. Okay. To Zoom. Yeah, now it wants me to start a meeting, but I won't do that now. So I think I'm all signed up, and then I'm gonna copy my meeting URL, and then I can send it, text it to you or something like that. I'm paranoid about StreamYard, like you only showing the screen, and I want them to see right now. The other thing. So here, I'll paste that in. Okay, there it goes. So I have it now. That's awesome. On the basic plan. What is that? Unlimited number of meetings, no expiration date, no time limit for one-on-one meetings, 40-minute limit on meetings with 3 to 100 people. That's really cool. There you go. Okay, so I'm signed up. Yeah, it wanted me to start the meeting, so I definitely can send you my link when I jump off of here, and then we can video conference. Awesomeness. But yeah, definitely homeschooling, Niche, if you want to do that, it's a good one. So just generally rules of thumb when I'm searching ideas, because you obviously are going to have your own ideas for the shirts that you want to put up there. But then this is just kind of a way to hone in what might sell the best based on the trends that's happening on the platform already. Some people are able to spend money on ads and all that stuff. So you don't have to just rely on organic traffic or coming up at the top of search. I didn't spend any money in the beginning and I was able to sell pretty regularly, very well. So it's just up to you how you want to approach it. But definitely because the platform is so large that you're going to get eyeballs on your stuff. You just got to make sure that you're doing research to make sure you're placed as well as you can so that people, more eyeballs can see your shirts and then they'll sell pretty well. Okay, a code, yeah, because I got a URL that would link me direct to my, I guess, video conferencing dashboard or something like that. So once I go through the process, connect my camera, all this kind of stuff, they'll probably give me that code and then I can send the code to you. Coolness. Excellent. Oh, one other helpful thing is, let me go back to the main page. This one, let me go to the general Amazon page. And one thing that is very helpful for you to get ideas from, let me use this. So I'm just gonna look up t-shirts in the US market, and I'm thinking because you are just starting out, this is merch research. Because you're just starting out, you only have access to the US market, not the UK and Germany yet. So US, I'm just gonna search t-shirts right now, and then I'm gonna show you a feature on Amazon to help you see, like, out of the newer shirts, which ones are selling. So if you look at the upper right, where the default in Amazon is sort by featured shirts, you could also go to newest arrivals. So I'm gonna switch it to newest arrivals. So this is just showing you shirts that was posted most recently. And as you look and see which ones have a BSR or not, again, I have to figure out what plugin I'm using to get this BSR. But the newest ones that have a BSR, that's how you know that if they're new and they're selling, then that niche is what you might want to get into. So most of these don't have a BSR, but you can see that here we go again with the graduation shirts. So class of 2020 seniors, they're using that France font, which I don't know if you're supposed to be able to do that or not. But they talk about quarantine in 2020, the one where they were quarantined. That's a good one to differentiate the class of 2020 by the fact that they were quarantined for a portion of the school year. Or they're using toilet paper to ensure that, to signify that and stuff. So people coming up with some interesting creative ways to do things. Again, these shirts are brand new up here, so they haven't had a chance to sell yet, but they might. But it'll help jog some ideas of shirts that you might want to do, or shirts that are starting to sell for whatever reason. And because of the fact that I wasn't showing you that particular screen, y'all didn't see get to see anything I was just doing. So my bad. Let me show you again. Actually, this time. Okay, um, so basically, what I did was use this Merch Research plugin, and so you just use that plugin and search, or you could just go right to Amazon, type in T-shirt in the search bar, and search either way. It's gonna bring up by default the featured shirts. So you go to the sort by featured in the upper right and drop it down to newest arrivals. So when you do that, it's gonna show you the shirts that are the latest and greatest that people uploaded here. And again, we trying to look for ones that have a BSR defined. These don't have a BSR because they haven't sold yet, but it's a good way to spy, so to speak, on your competition and what they're putting up, what they're focusing on right now. And eventually, hopefully, we'll find some that have sold so that you'll know this is brand new and it's sold already, sort of thing. But I was talking about people that were doing the graduation shirts, but again, they're getting specific and saying we're senior 2020 seniors, the one where they were quarantined, which is cool. Or they're doing the toilet paper or they're doing the masks on the thing instead of just doing class of 2020. Here's a class of 2020 graduate that got the quarantine mask on and is dabbing and stuff like that. So, and then they're using social distancing in the title and stuff like that. So there's going to be a lot of shirts that have that theme going on right now. Now, again, these shirts haven't necessarily sold because they don't have a BSR, but they probably are going to start to blow up in a minute. Here's the unicorn dabbing. You'll always see this shirt for graduations, but it has some toilet paper in this hand this time. Or class of 2020, the zeros look like toilet paper rolls, stuff like that. So people are getting on the CV bandwagon with their t-shirt designs. This is a cool one. Wake me up when softball is back, baseball is back, basketball is back, all that kind of stuff. These haven't sold yet. Let me keep going through the new ones and see if there's any that have sold, so we'll know what people are looking for. None of these have sold yet, but just to get some ideas. Ooh, natural for your niche. This one is cute. This beautiful black girl tea store. You got me twisted, and she has her natural hair is like a um, twisted curls. That's cute. So it's all kinds of stuff, guys, that people are putting up here, but I use it for inspiration. Sometimes I'm just seeing what some of the design trends are so that you not specifically copy it, but it'll jog some ideas within your mind as well that you can utilize for your own designs. Idiot, I haven't heard of that. That's cool. Doesn't have any BSRs yet. They have them all, D family. More people doing, I can't stay at home. Yep, I can't stay at home. That's a good one. That's true. However, with certain sayings, I go into niches that people haven't done yet. So even though this person says I can't stay home, I'm a nurse. There's a million other individual or professions that you could do. Or for the homeschooling thing, it'll say I can't stay at home, I'm already at home, or something like, something that's a play on these certain things. That's what I was thinking. And then if people learn how to spell, or is this supposed to be funny? Homeschooling challenge accepted, but then it's spell accepted, right? And I think that's on purpose, I guess. I hope they were doing that on purpose. Because they might need homeschooling. But yeah, just stuff to jog your memory. Which I'm doing it again, guys. I'm doing it again. I'm scrolling through this thing, and y'all can't see it because I'm on a different screen. So let me share my screen with the actual screen I'm on. That's hilarious. Okay, so here. So like this one that says homeschooling challenge accepted, but they spelled accepted with one C. I'm assuming, yes, that's supposed to be on purpose as a funny shirt. So you got people using all kinds of things. Like I was mentioning, I can't stay at home, I'm a nurse, or insert any profession in that. So, very cool. Just something to jog your mind. What is this? Sorry, I need to mention that. Oh. Yeah, sometimes people design shirts that's like half and half. Like matching shirts. Which I don't get that one. I wouldn't wear it, but okay. Yeah, wash your hands. But you guys can see how simple some of these designs are. So even if, you're not super experienced as a graphic designer, some people shirts have one word on it, a sentence on it, very simple. So those sell as well. Hey, Catherine and friends, welcome in. How are you doing? Yeah, these are some shirts that I'm looking at to jog ideas for my shirts that I have on Amazon. So it's a lot of newer shirts that other people have uploaded, and I'm looking at them for ideas. So obviously, there are probably a lot of CV related, quarantine related, social distancing related shirts being uploaded right now. They're not necessarily selling, but it's just a good idea to see or get some ideas about what folks are putting up right now. And as they get closer to like the graduation type of shirts, they probably are going to be selling very well, especially shirts that are focused on folks in the healthcare occupation, different occupations around healthcare and things of that nature right now. And with that, Catherine has advanced to level 3. Thank you for being on the planet today. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up too as you come in. I always love to see you on the planet. You're awesome. For sure. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you are well. Oh, and then D family, this is right what you were talking about before. Zoom University students. So people are using Zoom like you were saying for homeschooling purposes, and so this shirt was probably inspired by that. So there you go. I'm putting up Cinco de Mayo shirts as well. So graduation and Cinco de Mayo shirts as well as social distancing shirts are flooding in, guys. That's the thing. Yeah, D family, some people are very unoriginal, so they don't even change the saying of what they're putting out there. They're just taking other people's ideas and changing the font and making it look what they think is better. So I definitely would stay away from that because, like, if you look at one of the shirts that I went by before that said, I can't stay home, I'm a nurse. If I search for that shirt, it's probably 1,000,001 of those. Let's see how many of those. There's more than 1,000 of those. Look at it. So for that, it's more than 1,000 results. Now, when I get to the second page, it's probably going to be more than 1,000. So let's see how many you have here. Now let's go to the second page. So yeah, we're gonna go on and on and on. And if you're not on the first page and you just keep putting up shirts and your shirt is gonna be number 1,000, it's probably more than 1,000 because sometimes I search things and then keep going through the pages and then it'll pop up with 10,000 and stuff. So at some point, somebody was the first to put this shirt up and they started selling shirts. And then other people saw that the shirt was selling and then put up their own. That's why I was like, people should not discount their shirt when they first put it up, because when you start selling it and then other people see you're selling it, they're going to undercut the price. And then you'll never be able to make decent money off of the shirt because you discounted it in the beginning, and now you have 1,000,001 folks that made a similar shirt. So I never discount my shirts. I just go and try to have the best design in the beginning, and then when I believe in the niche that I'm doing this for, I go ahead and flood out the first page, be the first, be unique, and then flood it out so that you will remain on the first page regardless, because as your shirt starts to sell, Amazon's going to rank it first and keep all your other related shirts up there too. And if they start to sell, then you're good to go from there. Because otherwise you're going to, like you said, have 1,000,001 shirts with different fonts. They might look better, but consumers only want to see 2 or 3 on the first page, and then they'll choose one that's a decent price and looks good to them and go from there. And the rest of the 1,000 shirts are just going to be sitting there. So it's all about the strategy from the beginning. You want to be as unique as possible. Now, we know it's 1,000,001. I can't stay home, I'm a nurse, but what about they forgot about the truck drivers? You see what I'm saying? We know, truck drivers from being on YT, Trucker Z, and those guys, they're the main ones that's driving around and have to deliver goods and stuff. So I can't stay home. Maybe truck driver will be good. Or you can customize it even more and say, I can't stay home, I'm a delivery driver, over the road truck driver, food service truck driver. Like, you gotta be like really specific so that somebody that is looking for that will find it out of. Now in this niche, it's only 23 shirts, so you're good to go from there. You probably don't get on the first page in general because there's slots left on this first page. But if it wasn't, then you definitely will want to customize it as much as possible. And some of these shirts aren't very flattering. Like this shirt, the type is going all the way down to the person's waistband. Like, why would you use that much of the shirt to put this on? Now they probably think they have the best design. They're using too much of the shirt. It's not aesthetically pleasing. So you see how you can get inspiration from the I can't stay home, I'm a nurse. Insert any profession. I can't stay home, I'm a truck driver. I can't stay home, I'm a doctor. I can't stay home. And then search it up and see how much competition is there. And that's a niche right there you can go into probably today, have a better design shirt, have something that's more unique to the specific types of truck drivers. If you know something about that, and you got a seller right there. So um yeah, this is just a way to jog. Yeah, they do have a huge community. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why when I first got on merch, I never show what shirts I have, because when people see that you have shirts that's selling, they would just copycat them. So I never put it on my Absolute Venus Instagram or anything like that. I'm being more open with you guys because I have like some designs that's established and then people try to copy, you know, report them and stuff like that. But it's difficult to stay competitive on here and continue to sell. So you definitely have to stay up on trends, but then find niches that people might think aren't lucrative and carve out your own and then flood it out. That's like the nature of the thing. So if I were to do, I can't stay home, I'm a truck driver, I would do all the different types of truck drivers that there are. Um, and then start going into certain sayings so I could take up the whole first page. Like, I can't stay home, I deliver, I'm a delivery driver, I deliver water, I deliver the toilet paper you buy or whatever. That'll kind of add some humor to it, but then give you multiple designs that somebody will be shopping through and choose your shirt over another shirt that's on here. Because again, this one doesn't have any competition, and it's only essentially three designs that's on here. Is this person with the big truck, the person with the red cross, and then this one with this rig between uh, two red stars, and on some of the shirts you can't even read it because it's white type on a light gray shirt and stuff like that. So there's opportunities. See, yep, see food service. I would totally like start searching these and just do variations of them now with the slots that you have, because you are just starting out with the 10 slots. This might not be a, something that you could flood out for now, but if you can get a few sales even from the shirt, these types of shirts, it'll put you on your way. But it definitely is a hot idea. Everybody's doing these quarantine social distancing shirts and stuff, that you might find something or along the homeschooling niche again that will work and get you some sales pretty quickly. So just showing how you can kind of springboard off an overall idea instead of copycatting what somebody was brilliant enough to do a couple weeks ago, or a week ago, or whatever, and now there's 1,000+ shirts of the same thing that nobody is selling except the folks that are on the first page. So it's like a waste of these people's slots to even do it after, there's a couple shirts that's already selling. Yeah, so yeah, that's how it is going on. on and on with the nurse shirt, so you can see how that got oversaturated really quickly. That's a cute shirt, chicken nugs and mama hood. That's funny. Is that a thing? People are pet catfish? World's best catfish day? Who knew? So yeah, there's obviously a million and one shirts on here that can give you some inspiration, but there's ample ideas, and that is definitely what Merch Informer is good for. I think they still have a free plan where you can use some of the research tools at least. Um, and you can go from there, and it'll show you what the best sellers were a year ago, a week ago, a month ago, that sort of thing, so you can get an idea of in a specific niche or overall keyword was selling, so that you can figure out, how your design would fit into that, and go from there. Which ones have the highest demand, obviously, but then be able to niche down to a point where you get to a group of people that's not being addressed with the current designs. Like, I can't stay home, mama. Everybody's putting up nurses shirts, but what about everybody else that's essential to the economy and the survival and well-being of people in their community? Okay, D fam. I'm just sharing this out one more time. So I'm going to slide on out of here in 30 minutes because I'm hungry. Did I eat today? Yeah, I did. I ate like breakfast today. I gotta eat again soon. And then later on, I'm gonna do my workout for today. Here it was a little bit overcast today, but we haven't had any rain luckily in probably a week now. It was just a drizzle like a week or so ago, but it's been pretty nice. And then out even though I'm wearing a hoodie right now just to be comfortable in the house. But outside, it's been so warm. The times that I did wear a jacket or a hoodie, I had to take it off as I was driving around and stuff like that. So pretty good weather overall. I know. I had to think like, did I eat today? I did. I had breakfast today, but with this new regimen that I'm on, I can't remember if I did or not. I was like, I ate today, but I did. I had a little something earlier, and I couldn't remember because I was like, I'm not hungry, so I must have eaten today, right? I know you're so funny with that. You was like, work out my butt. I'm not working out. I know. You were like, you know, that's not in your vocabulary too. I was like, I need to, and so I'm on the road, and then I lose weight pretty quickly. I need to lose like 40 pounds. It's like I'm getting wobbly right now. But seriously, yeah, I've been eating well and trying to build me some muscle and get rid of some of this fat. I'll be all good. That's good. See, you eat like a bird, you probably nice and fit like one too, and you don't need to do what I'm doing because I don't gain too much weight for my liking. So at some point, hopefully my belly will shrink and I won't eat a lot either. But sometimes I get my grub on too much. So get the water in, guys. Hydration nation. Mm. Yes, I'm not starving myself at all, which is a good thing because I do well with deprivation. I've never done that. I'll just change, make variations so it'll be healthier versions of things that I'm eating. But yes, I don't starve myself because that's not the way to weight loss. Your body is going to hold on to what you have. Like, what are you doing to me? And then you won't lose weight that way either. So I agree. You can put it away, see, and then you're funny. I know, then you would be perfect to do mukbangs because it's the littlest people that eat the most quantities of food is fascinating. It would be great. You were like, when I do eat, it's going down. See, you should do mukbangs too because you would be good. And then you and Marcos can collaborate. You could do a mukbang, a virtual mukbang. Me, I think certain times when I have cravings for things that I eat a lot then, but overall, I don't think anybody would say I eat a lot. But when I do, no problem, Catherine. Thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. I'm only going to be on for maybe another 20 minutes or so and call it a day, so I can design some of these shirts, put some shirts up, and have dinner with my family. It's a little bit earlier, but I'm going to eat a little bit earlier today so I can digest my food and then do my evening workout in a little bit. So I know mukbangs. It is like a blessing and a curse. They're very entertaining to watch, and sometimes sometimes they make me feel hungry. Sometimes they make me feel full. It's, I guess Depends on what mood I'm in, because I'm like, oh, that satisfied my craving to watch somebody else eat it, because I'm not gonna eat something that is drenched in cheese sauce like that, but it was interesting to watch them eat it and dip and just go to town on it and all that. So, too funny. Oh, I know. You like, no, because it'll probably be 2 million of them. I was gonna say, I know you probably like, really? Really, people? I want to practice social distancing because obviously y'all don't know what that means. I know, I know, I know. I hear you because I'll be like, if I see a preview or something coming up or whatever, especially like group text, I'm like, stop. I don't want, I don't want to be bothered. Don't include me. And just insulate myself. I guess I was practicing social distancing before it became a thing, a term, because I'm like, no, I don't want to be bothered with no drama. It's all love over here. That's all we going to have. And that's all it's going to be. I know. Like, y'all could go to voicemail. Then I won't want to listen to the voicemail either. So it's just kind of like, am I going to just jump on in and hear it now or hear it later? Yeah, group texts are the worst. And yeah, people respond with one word messages and it goes on and on. I'm like, how did I get in this texting hell? Like, I don't want to be bothered, especially if it's not the greatest of news, and then you having a conversation about that is depressing. So I don't do the group text. I'm kind of like a hermit that way. Even though I'm on social media and communicating those that are outside of my family, I'm not a very social person. So just to let y'all know, yeah, I can't deal. Does it? Yeah. Well, thank goodness for on the cell phone. Now the house phone is a different deal, but on my cell phone, I'm glad I have visual voicemail. Cause otherwise I wouldn't be dialing into my voicemail to get my messages. I only do the visual voicemail. You go in there, hit the play button and listen, and that's about it. You see who it's coming from, play it from there, and delete it or keep it from there. I'm not dialing into no T-Mobile to get my messages. Oh, I see. That's smart. So they can't leave a message. Yeah, that's ridiculous because I'm like, yeah, if y'all want an answer back when there's some drama, you're not gonna get one. You're gonna be calling me 50 times to get an answer because I don't do messy either. Like, that's okay. That's okay. Stay over there with that till y'all work it out now. I know if you could put people on a do not call list like you do telemarketers, I would totally do that. Too funny. That's funny because if you start or when you start doing regular content, if you ever do a live stream, but they probably won't know that you're you though. Because I was like, they'll pop up in there, but you can't call nobody. Like Jerome on Martin, like, what? Where you at? I been called you 3, 4 times. You ain't answering me. Oh, that's the thing. Because sometimes my husband does that, and the folks that can't get in contact with him, they call me, and I'm like, I can't get him to answer you. I think he has the message or whatever. I'm sure he knows to call you back. Yes, I do that too. Somebody called me to try to get in touch with him. I'm like, why do you think if you direct to the man and he don't want to talk right now or busy or whatever, that I'm gonna get him to call you back? I can't. Yes. Yes, it goes on and on and on, and then I'm like, get mad at them because I'm like, why did you put me in this group thing? And then I'm trying to get out of it, and then people are constantly responding to one another. It's just ridiculous. So anybody that put me in a group chat, I'll probably block everybody. And I'd be like, what I do? Don't put me in no group mess. I don't want to be group chatted, uh, group tagged on social media. None of that. Like, don't do that to me. Cause I'm like, what happened? What's going on right now? Yeah, so they won't know it's you, so they can't jump into your live stream and be like, excuse me. Oh yeah, yep. Cause on like social media, different things they know when you opened it or saw it. Oh, the text. Yeah. Says seen and all that, but then reply. I'm like, whatever, I don't want to reply. Like, enough of this. Sometimes people get the hint, sometimes people don't. But yeah, that group texting is super annoying. Oh, sure. Yep. That's true too. That's true too with the group text thing. I don't like that. Don't put me in no group thing because, like you said, it opens you up to being messaged by those people or whatever. Silliness. It's social etiquette. People need to practice it. Or folks that text you, but they don't put their whole message in one text. Like, are you communicating one idea in 5 different lines of text separately? Like, can you think your message through before you hit send and put all the pertinent information in there before you send it to me? Or if you type in too much and it sends it to me on multiple messages, your message is too long to text. Okay? I know about that kind of stuff. Like, really making videos they don't need to know. Yeah, true. So they won't be able to contact you that way, which is good because that will be your open space to communicate with people that you want to communicate with and not be worried about somebody popping in there annoying you. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, okay, for family information, yeah, that's understandable. Oh, yeah, it does. That, yeah, opens it up for others to contact the other people that's in there too. But that was an innocent mistake. Um, Generally, that's the thing. Like with social devices and ways to communicate with other people, it opens it up to things that you don't even think about. That they might get upset about. But yeah, like for me, luckily, it was just like general stuff that people want to communicate to a group, like I don't know, class reunions or things of that nature and stuff like that. And I'm like, don't put me in that because I connected with you on this thing. You think it's okay to add me to groups on Facebook and all this other kind of stuff? I'm like, don't do that. Yeah, exactly. You didn't know Catherine. I was just like, if we communicating something as family in general, you want to make sure that she's included. Now, that's the other thing that people get upset because they're not included. Like, you might not know their information, and so they feel like they're getting left out. Like, if you're doing something for a family reunion and all that, ain't nobody tell me, I ain't hear nothing, y'all communicating over this thing because that might be the most convenient where they know everybody's contact information. And so some people get upset on the other flip side of that they weren't included in the thing. So you never know. Can't win for losing with the social media thing. You're funny. I was just about to say that because I was like, the last time I was on Facebook when I was getting notifications of family and friends that sent stuff to me, it was that the verses and things and blessings and all that, and that is totally fine. But it's just like you could kind of bank on certain people to add a certain flavor to the conversation. It's interesting. But yeah, I was like, if that gives that person comfort, even though generally they might not be acting too holy, but come on here and add that on in for everybody else to abide by. It's funny. Yeah, because some people that I'm connected with on Facebook is like a social experiment in itself, at least the people that I'm connected with on there, because some people seem so conflicted with themselves, like you were mentioning the Bible verses and stuff like that. Some people that I notice, I think they might do that to find inner peace within themselves because they seem like they're very not centered, not necessarily because I'm just talking in general, seem like they're not centered and have to have something that's of inspiration to them, so it helps them find comfort, and so they share it forward to others. But I'm like, just woosah generally and stay drama free too. I think that it will resonate with you better, and that you know you don't have to feel like you have to save the world with words of inspiration. It is funny, yeah, because every message that I get has something to that extent in it, which is fine. Like if you find comfort in that, and I don't mind it because I'm spiritual in everything I do, so it's definitely comforting words of peace and stuff. But I'm just like people that feel compelled to, I don't know, overshare. Sometimes it's just like, are you okay? It makes me wonder if they need my help, attention, prayer, blessings, just thoughts in general sometimes. If traditionally they're not like that, but on social media they are, I'm kind of like, So it's interesting that someone probably has done this already, but do like a skit of typical categories of people that's on social media. So that would be one category. And then I would be like the hermit category. I'm social, but I'm not. Right? I'll be on there. I'll say be on Facebook to know when it's your birthday. I say happy birthday, but I won't say anything else directly to you the rest of the year because I'm not on there. Or I'll share something funny forward every now and then, but that's about all I'm going to do. You can't rely on me to be there on a daily basis, seeing every post you have, because I just am not on social media like that. It was very rare for me to even be on YT as much as I was the last prior to the beginning of this calendar year, be on there as much as I was in the live streams, like I was in sharing and watching people's content to that extent. Like people got used to me being in their streams for hours on end on a daily basis. And it was like set up like that where I could before, but I can't now. So I know certain people are filling a void where I was before, but it's not on purpose. I promise to those people it's not on purpose. I'm just busier now, but yeah, you kind of just get used to that, I guess. And then there's also a thing when you're a creator on here, like there's classes, like a freshman class, like your first few months on here, and depending on how fast you get monetized, like people kind of go away, which I didn't get monetized in the time frame that a lot of folks that started heavy on getting their hours were. And so now chances are I'm not going to see them in my stream because they're the senior class, they graduated, and I probably won't see them. However, Natural Lauricia, Marcos Eats, Burns Junk Closet, they are still riding with me, which is awesome. And I thank you guys, even though they've been monetized and they're doing great things with their channel. So I definitely, and then Mr. Male Advice, he's been in here since then. Peanut doesn't ride as hard as he used to before. I don't know necessarily what happened, but I hope all is well with him. But yeah, certain people you'll probably see more than others throughout this process, but it's a process nonetheless. But I think if you make genuine connections with folks and it is something that you like and draw your attention to their content, you enjoy about their content, besides the fact that y'all were grinding for watch hours to get monetized, then you will see them again and continue to connect and grow with them as their channel continues to grow. So there's just definitely a difference in the YT community versus Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. I'm not on Snapchat. I'm not on TikTok. But yeah, it's just a different profile based on whatever platform you're on. So it's an interesting journey. Oh, that makes sense. And you're on Facebook for business and doing the classifieds and things. That's awesome. Natural is up to level 6. Thank you so much for hanging out, sis, as always. Yeah, it is really good people, cool people on here. And that was like my main motivation for doing live streams, is to share kind of what I know, whatever resources I have that will help people, not only as a YT creator, but in business in general, like with the merch stuff, e-commerce stuff, but then just general tools online or other ways that I've made passive income that they would benefit from and things of that nature. So I try to make my channel, even though it's a food channel, give value where people wouldn't necessarily think, because we're multifaceted folks. So, whatever I can provide that will help others in whatever way or just expose them to different things. That's what I enjoy about being able to do on here. Oh, okay. So not necessarily what do they even call the Facebook Marketplace? Not the Facebook Marketplace. So you make um, connections in general with folks that are interested in the dogs you breed and then go from there. Okay, that makes sense. Catherine and friends leveled up to level 4. Oh, okay, then you already have, yeah. So it's already a market for your the dogs that you breed. So that's awesome. Because I post so infrequently on Facebook, people don't hardly pay attention to my timeline. So that's cool when you list them on your timeline. Folks are laser focused and contact you because I don't even think people pay attention to my posts on there, which I wouldn't because I'm on there so infrequently. Awesome. Yes, I got this poster. What did I get? Because a couple of these I got from video stores when they were changing out posters from their promotions. But I think I might have gotten the Do the Right Thing poster on eBay. Don't quote me on that because some of these posters I got from Amazon, from posters.com, from eBay. This Kings of Comedy poster that you can't see because it's on this back wall. Stand up. This I got from Hollywood Video, which used to be a video store. I don't know if they were national, but let me show you guys. So this Kings of Comedy poster. I'm gonna know. I got it from a video store. I'm trying to see some of these posters that might have tatted corners. I got other posters, guys, that's not up on the wall. So I got Kings of Comedy, Uptown Saturday Night, which was a 70s movie with Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier and Harry Belafonte. Comedy, I love it. And then, like y'all can see, the Malcolm X poster. All my Spike Lee joints are on this wall. I got other posters too that I could show you guys, but this is what was gonna fit on the wall in here. Yeah, Mo Better Blues and School Days. And then on this wall, one of my favorite dramas, A Soldier Story, featuring Howard Rollins and Denzel Washington. So I got my posters then in my closet that I couldn't hang up. Oops. The can over it. Didn't have anything goodness. In the closet, which I didn't hang up because there's not enough wall space in here, is I got Love and Basketball and The Best Man poster. I think The Best Man was a poster that I got from a video store too. Okay, so you've been breeding since 2000. That's awesome. Okay, so yep, you got that following built up. Excellent. So yeah, I got quite a few posters in there. Let me see. Go in this closet right quick and see what posters I did put up. Yeah, so here. The Best Man poster that I got from the video store. And, oh yeah, The Brothers. I don't remember that movie. Let's see. Oh, and then I got a Cooley High poster, guys, but it was a reprint and it's too small, so I gotta get a different one. Love and Basketball. And yeah, my Cooley High poster is tiny, but my original one. My original Cooley High poster I have, I gave it to my brother-in-law. So I gotta get another one that's the size of the rest of them. It's tiny. So it's little. I want a full size poster. But yeah, that's my little Cooley High poster. But I'm gonna get one that's the size of the rest of these. So that's my poster collection. One day I'm gonna show you guys my vinyl collection. That's on my living room. But yeah, so and then I think I might have showed you guys the production photos that I have from A Soldier Story as well. So we're here in a little, folder. I had some, I can't find my production photos that I have from More Better Blues. They're around here somewhere, but here's my production photos from A Soldier Story. Okay, D-Fam. Some famous scenes in here. Photos, and then I think one is missing because they had a full headshot of Adolf Caesar. He played Sergeant Waters in the film, so I definitely have to get that one too. But I also have like the original play that Charles Fuller played that they have on Broadway. And if you zoom in, you'll see that a lot of the folks that were in the cast here were cast in the movie as well, including Denzel Washington and Adolf Caesar, who played Sergeant Waters in the movie as well. I love this kind of stuff. So yeah, that's some of my poster collection. Also, yes, some of my favorite movies. I have so many of them. And they're not all movies focused on our culture. But the ones that resonated with me, I had to get something tangible because everything is so digital nowadays. I was like, I need to get some posters and albums and things that you carry with you forever instead of everything being digital. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, there's something to spice up the studio in here. So thank you so much. I love like collecting things. Excellent. I thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Naturals, Lauricia, D Fam, Catherine with friends, everybody that came in during the stream today. I always say this that I'm gonna try to stream more often. So hopefully I will get some time tomorrow and then on from there to continue streaming. I appreciate it. I do it for you guys and for myself to connect with you guys because you're so awesome and inspiration as well for me. So thank you guys for being here again. And I will see you soon. And in the meantime, be well, woosah, and peace, family.